Hello everybody, my name is Chandler Willie and this is PSA for web design. First we have the PSA. Our number one step is to plan, and then research, draft, review, and finally distribute. In my approach, I use the PSA to create a website and combined it with the power of a CMS, which is a content management system. And for this assignment, we were assigned to use WordPress. And in researching CMS, content management system, we found that we could supply content for bios, use portfolios, upload information, and go in the back end without having to produce a lot of HTML or JavaScript code. And in my research, I found that the CMS exists with an application layer, and there's a presentation layer, which we see when we put a URL into a browser. And this is where most of the web languages are utilized: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Finally, back into the content management system packages and uses PHP to go to a database management system, and finally it communicates using MySQL and with the database, and returns or retrieves information back and forth, and finally delivers back to the presentation layer, which we see. And within this, we have the ability to log into a backend and start to customize what our website is. In this case, we were assigned to build several pages, an about page, and we also had to do resources, a showcase page, and tips. And here is the back end of WordPress, and you could do things like change your theme, approve comments, make links, post media, make posts or pages, and change your website to however you see fit. And I went through several iterations, and one of them was very minimal and wanted to kind of tweak it a little with CSS, and entered information and tried to produce the pages without getting too involved into the aesthetics. Finally, I started applying themes and found several themes that I liked that were readily available, and I could not settle on one. And as you can see in this draft, the number 2 tip gets combined and actually comes up and jumps up on the screen and creates this offset in the layout, and which was fixed with BR tags, spacing tags, and HR. Finally, from the draft, we have review. And this is where we get into some of the code, and we can make snippets, add backgrounds. We could change the margin, the height, the padding on different things, and enter it into the CMS, and it would render our page as we saw fit. And finally, we have something that we would like to use and see. And even after using this, we have bug fixes, CSS spacing issues, and text editing. We still were not set on, I was not set on the type of layout or type of aesthetic I was going for. And finally, when the review was over, before I distributed, selected a look, and finally pushed it over the World Wide Web using that URL, chandlerwillie.wordpress.com. And there it is, finally a finished version of the website after iteration and iteration and the help of all my peers in this class. Thank you, and I hope you have a very nice day.